I'm Sofi. I'm currently at Kachara Forest Retreat and in Bentong, Malaysia. Today I'll be sharing on the function of the mala. In many religious practices, prayers are recited and rosaries or malas are used as counters for keeping track of the numbers of prayers recitation that we do. Some of the religions that use rosaries are Christians, Catholics, Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs, and of course Buddhists. It is necessary to learn, it's interesting to learn the differences of the rosaries used by different religions. The Catholic rosaries are made of 59 beads plus the crucifix. Eastern Orthodox rosary commonly has 100 beads and could also be 33, 50, 150, 300 or even 500 beads. And the rosary is called chotki. Oriental Orthodox rosaries have 41, 64, 100 beads. Anglican has 33 divided into 4 groups of 7 and with the larger beads or smaller beads as the dividing group. Protestant usually has 34 beads plus a pendant. Islamic beads, prayer beads called mibasha or tashbih, usually have 100 beads. Hindus use the japa mala, which usually has 108 beads, or 27, which are counted 4 times. Buddhists, like the Hindus, use mala to keep track of the mantras that we recite so that we may focus on our concentration rather than on counting as we recite. Our malas have 108 beads, 100 for the actual count and 8 for accidentals, such as when we unintentionally mispronounced or we have skipped or we missed out the chant. So those are just to cover the accidentals. Traditionally, we have a center. Let me show you by example. This is a center. We have a center and we have 21 on both sides. And here they divide it into 33 each. So that is how the mala looks like. In practice, we recite the mantra up to 21 times. And sometimes it's the whole mala, which is 108. But we take the actual count of 100. So 21, when you have it in the count, it's easy to see. And then the divider, we either use a bigger bead or a smaller bead, so that once we reach there, we'll know that it's actually 21. And then it'll help us to focus rather than having to count each 21 beads and we just concentrate on counting, that's all. So it's a count to help us to count. Mala beads come in very different sizes. Some of the beads are big, some are medium, and some are small. And it really get one that you feel comfortable in your hand. I myself, I prefer the small one like this. This is a medium one. You can see the difference. See? So it really depends. You hold it in your hand and you feel it, whether it's comfortable in your hand. Malas can be made from many materials, such as coral, wood, stone, precious stones, or synthetic ones, and even bones, sometimes the animal bones, and rare occasion, human bones. Morbid, isn't it? But the bones are usually, it's reminder for us, for our, in sense of our mortality. So it's a reminder that to make us realize the impermanence of our life and that to propel us in our practice so that with an urgency that we do it. Some malas comes with all sorts of fanciful dividers. You see, just like as you know, you compare it again. You see, my divider is just a simple smaller bead, and this is a more elaborate one which has decorations on it. And they come with, like, some of them come with like very elaborate pendant as well. It looks very nice as compared to mine, which is very simple. Okay, very simple. Okay, so it's really dependent on your own preference and also according to your own budget. Well, according to my guru, His Eminence the 25th Sam Tulku Rinpoche, natural crystals are quite conducive for chanting of a mantra that is like on the compassion side, such as mantra of Charanzik, the Buddha of compassion, which is Om Mani Padme Hum, and the body seed mala is also good too, because as you know, Buddha gained enlightenment under the body tree. So in a sense, it serves as a reminder to us that it reminds us of Buddha's enlightenment. It's not necessarily that actual tree, but it's just a reminder. It also reminds us that we wish to gain enlightenment like the Buddha. So, and then the pearl ones are beautiful and precious. So that's the one and then the ones that is made out of sandalwood, so it will have the nice smell. The choice is really up to us, our own preference. Before we start our prayers, we will bless our malas with the purification mantra. Place the mala in your palm, just like this. You place it in your palm and you put it at heart level, and you chant Om Ruchira Mani Pravataya Hum. You chant it 7 times, and then you blow onto it and imagine it purified. During prayers, when we chant the mantra, we will use the mala as a counter. 1 recitation, 1 mala, 1 bead. So it's Om Mani Padme Hum, and you use 1 bead. And the way you hold it is that you hold it inwards towards your heart. You count it towards your heart. So each time you count, you move it inwards towards your heart, at your heart level. So after at the end of your recitation, which is either 7, 21 or 108, you will blow onto the mala and imagine it infused with Buddha's energy and blessings. So if you are reciting Om Mani Padme Hum, which is Charanzik's mantra, or Om Arapazanadi, which is Manjusri's mantra, blowing into your mala, the energy of the Buddha goes in and stays. The mala gets energized with the energy of the Buddha you have prayed to. Over time, the more recitation of mantras, the mala becomes a very powerful object, a talisman of protection. Many Chinese Buddhists hang their malas in the car as protection and blessing for the driver, the passenger, and the environment just around the car. The mala can also be an object of offering. In the practice of mandala offering, you can just visualize your mala as a string of jewels with diamonds, pearls, amethyst, rubies, sapphire, precious and beautiful, and offer it to the Buddha. This is how you hold the mandala offering with the mala, and then you imagine it as something that's very precious that you're offering to the Buddhas. Certain higher practices require certain types of mala, using our left hand or our right hand, and which finger too. Generally, for us, we use the left hand for the Mother Tantras, which represents wisdom. We have wind channels on our fingers, along our fingers, that we can activate certain certain things in our mind that help us to go or open up things in certain direction. For peaceful activity that requires peaceful abilities, peaceful form of powers, clairvoyance, we use the index finger. And for increase of wealth, the index finger will be this. So as you hold, you'll be holding it like this. So for increase of wealth, increase of knowledge, increase of harmony, we use the second finger, which you put it this way. So the second finger, and you count it inwards. And in the Mother Tantras, if you want to do controlling activities, controlling weather, controlling spirits, exorcism, stopping negativities, we use the third finger, which is the third. The third finger is the control aspect. It will gain the power to control certain situations to be of benefit for others. And when all methods fail, you use the last finger to use the Rafu method. But this is under Tantra, which you require the Guru to give you initiation to. So that's. The right hand is for the Father Tantra, representing method. Which hand you use depends on the practice that you receive. Having a mala is a reminder of your practice, just as Chenrezig holds a mala in his hand, symbolizing that he not only listened to his guru, the Buddha Shakyamuni, but he has applied practice to gain enlightenment. We are very lucky if we are given a mala of your guru or any highly attained Lama. Can you imagine the amount of energy that had been infused into the mala through his prayers and his motivation? It would help you open up seeds in your minds faster during your meditation and prayers. Due to their attainments, the malas of highly attained lamas can also be used as a source of blessings and protection for the people. When you're not using your mala, place it or keep it in a clean place. You can keep it in a cloth bag, such as this. In Kachara, we have this to place the mala in, and we can bring it wherever we go, keep it clean. Or any receptacle that you like. Usually I will keep my mala with me so that at any time I'm able to use it for mantra recitation. So as such, I will end it here, and I will be taking any questions, a few questions. Right. From Joy. Can one's mala be a form of protection? If yes, why and how so? Yes, the mala can be a form of protection, because over time, your recitation of mantra will gain the power and it infuses into the mala. And every time you blow on it, it infuses the mantra, because the mantra is the Buddha's form of speech. So it will help you to, it will collect, and it will gain the ability to be a protection, and it could also bless, like maybe your pets or animals. When you touch the mala to their head, you can also be blessing too, especially if you have the high lamas malas. That will be very powerful. And from Valentina, why do we need to purify our mala before we start chanting? Oh, basically, because this I have to find out, sorry. I'm not very sure of my answer, so it's better that I find out and I answer you later. Can other people use our mala, will they contaminate our mala with negative energy? I would say, yes, they can use your mala, and yes, sometimes if they have very strong negative energy, it may infuse into your mala, but you always have remedy. You can always purify it again over, you can request a Tain Lama or your guru to purify the mala for you, or you could always leave it on the altar and request the Buddha to purify it. Use an incense stick and you go around 3 times, Om Ahom, Om Ahom, Om Ahom. That way you can purify it too. Yin Teo, does it mean we can also make our mala a blessed item if we recite the mantra with good and right motivation? Yes, definitely, you can. Because your recitation of mantra is the form of Buddha speech, and it will bring blessings, and as you blow into your mala, then it will become infused with the energy of the Buddha that you've connected with. For Pastor Shin, is it a must to use a mala? No, it's not a must, but the thing is it will help you with your concentration. Because rather than, let's say if you need to count up to 100, as 108, if you were to recite that, you'll be focusing on how much have I counted, So rather than that, if you have the mala, it'll make you just use your finger to count as you go along with the beat, and you can focus your attention on your meditation. So it's a tool for you to be able to focus on your own practice while your hand is doing the counting. For Chris, if I put my mala on the altar, can I take it back to use? Yes, definitely you can. Okay, I will refresh the page for more questions. Okay, there's no more questions now. If you do have, you can post it on Facebook at the comment section, and I'll answer it when I can. Thank you. So today I'll end this session here, and I'll recite the prayer, dedication prayer. Jang Jup Senjo Rinpoche, Ma Ke Pa Nam Gi Yu Shi, Ke Pa Nam Pa Me Pa Yang, Gone Gon Du Pe Wa Shu, Toni To Wa Rinpoche, Ma Ke Pa Nam Gi Yu Shi, Ke Pa Nam Pa Me Pa Yang, Gone Gon Du Pe Wa Shu, Daso Ji Ni Sa Pa Ge Wa Di, Tan Tan Tro Wa Gun La Gam Pa Dang, Je Pa Je Su Lo San Tra Pai, Tam Ping In Po Rin Du Sa Se Shu, Ke Wa Kun Tu Yan Da La Ma Dan, Tra Me Cho Ki Pa La Lo Cho Chi, Sa Dam Lang Yi Yo Te Ra So Ne, Do Je Chang Yi Ngo Pa Ngo Tu Su, Ge Wa Di Yo Du Da, La Ma Sang Ge Dre Ne, Dro Wa Chi Kya Ma Lupa, De Sa La Go Pa Shu, Cho Ki Kya Po Sung Ga Pa, Cho Su Nam Pa Pe Wa La, Ge Ki Sa Ma Si Wa Dang, Tung Ki Ma Lu Sang Wa Shu, Da Dam Sung Yi Do Sun Dan, Dre Wa Song Yi La Te Ne, Ge Wa Lo San Tra Pai, Tam Pa Yu Re Va, Gyu Shi, Ni Mo De Le Sen De Le, Ni Ming Gu Nyan De Le Shi, Ni Sen Ta Tu De Le Pel, Kun Cho Sung Yi Jing Gi Lo, Kun Cho Sung Yi Ngo Tru So, Kun Cho Sung Yi Tra Si Shu, Je Su La Ma Ku Sen Rap Ting Chi, Nam Ka Tri Ni Cho Cho Ke Pa Dang, Lo Sam Tem Pe Dro Me Sam Sung Yi, Dro E Mun Sa Ta Tu Ni, Gyu Shi, Gao Wei Rao Wei Ko Wei Shin Kam Den, Ben Dan De Wa Ma Liu Gyu Wen Ne, Sha Ren Zik Wan Ten Sin Ya So Yi, Sha Pe Shi De Ba Ru Den, Gyu Shi. Hum Tông Pe Ngo Tru Ma Lu Pa, Den De Da La Sao Du So, Ko Dang Den Pa Long Chok Nam, Ke Pa Su Shik Shuk Den Sao. Thank you. See you tomorrow.